My name is Trish Ware, and I am obsessed with all things pregnancy and birth and helping you to navigate both the practical and the magical seasons of this journey called motherhood. I'm an all-day coffee-sipping mama of 7. I've had the amazing privilege of delivering many babies in my 15-plus year career as a labor and delivery nurse and as a mama of 7. I'm here to help you take the guesswork out of childbirth so you can make the choices that are right for you and your baby. Quick note, this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not replace your medical advice. Check out our full disclaimer at the bottom of the show notes. Hey, Mama, welcome back to the podcast where we're going to keep it real. We're also going to have a little bit fun, and we're going to talk about labor today. That age-old question, like every mama asks, and I don't care if it's your first time or your third time, we all at some point think to ourselves, how am I going to know if I am in labor? So don't worry, we're going to clear it up in the most laid-back Trish way possible. Labor will absolutely, without a doubt, declare itself. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive in. Okay, let's start with the truth bomb. If you're sitting there wondering, am I in labor? You're probably not. That's the truth. Because real labor is like that house guest that knocks on your door like a nutcase and doesn't go away. You won't have to guess. It'll make itself known. So mama, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let me tell you why you don't need to start timing every contraction right at the beginning. So imagine this. It's 2 a.m. and you're starting to feel a little crampy, enough to wake you up and you think, is this it? You start Googling, texting your doula, maybe even waking up your partner, only for things to fizzle out by the morning. Does that sound familiar to any of you guys? That's what we call false labor, prodromal labor. Prodromal labor is more like false labor that you keep on knocking at your door every night or every day at the same time. That's just your body warming up for the main event. Now, we do teach our students some things to get yourself out of prodromal into real labor inside of the classes, but trust me, when it's the real deal, you will know. Labor doesn't just softly knock and run away. It throws a party and makes sure that you're there. So the big tip that I have for you, number one, is if you're still wondering, distract yourself until you can't. Do not pay attention. Seriously, the best thing you can do when you feel those first cramps and contractions is just ignore them until you can't. Go for a walk, bake some cookies, binge a reality show, whatever keeps you distracted and happy, because once labor takes over, there is no ignoring it. So save your energy for when it really counts. Think of labor like that over-the-top character in a movie that just is so annoying. It is going to burst through the door like, here I am, world. When you're in labor, you will know it. Let me say that again. When you're in labor where you need to pay attention and you have to start making a plan, you will know it. Because what I teach my mamas inside the membership and in the birth courses is to ignore it. If you don't need to pay attention, if you still need to wonder, get it out of your mind, okay? Trust your body. Your body will not let you miss it. You will know it. And I know all of you are there. What if I wait too long and I have my baby at home or in my car? Then it's going to be an amazing birth. And here's the girls that I've had inside my community that have had a car or home birth have said, Trish, you're right. If you give birth at home or in the car, you're going to have a super fast, uneventful birth that you're going to be like, holy shit. Okay, for my type A mamas out there, here's a quick little cheat sheet. What to know about those contractions. Real contractions, you cannot change the course of them. So if you're having, regular, what you feel is regular contractions, and then you go outside for a walk and they go away, those aren't the ones you need to pay attention to. Or let's say you're having real regular contractions, you get in the shower, they go away. Not the ones. Real contractions are going to get stronger, longer, and closer. So SLC, stronger, longer, closer. Now, your water breaks. That is a sign that labor's coming, right? But it doesn't mean you have to rush to the hospital. We have another episodes about that, and I have tons of information on Instagram and TikTok. You do not have to rush the hospital. That's the most I have to tell you. Unless you see bright red blood, and a lot of it. If you see brown murky, you need to call and let the doctor know. So bright red, a lot of it, call the doctor, head to the hospital. Brown and murky, call the doctor. Might not have to go, but they probably will send you, but you don't have to rush as fast as the bright red. Your water should be a clearish pinkish, period. Okay, we're not going to talk all about that. Some other signs that labor is near and dear is back pain, pressure, or, you might even have some nausea and vomiting. But the only definitive sign is actually that your cervix is changing. And your cervix changing is because of stronger, longer, closer contractions. So this is the main thing I want you to know is there will be no doubt when there's no doubt, because real labor does not whisper, it shouts and it declares itself. Until then, I want you to distract yourself. That's your main goal for early labor. The longer you can distract yourself, the shorter your active labor will seem to you. You don't have to obsess. You don't have to overthink. Trust your body. When you start to get into those panic thoughts, I want you to remind yourself, I am powerful. I am capable. I've got this. You are so freaking strong. And just like you didn't have to start the heart beating, you don't have to worry about the labor, because the labor will be your best buddy, shows up, your weightlifting partner, your contractions will come alongside you, and you will rock it. You will rock it. I promise you. So let me tell you the funniest story. When I was having baby number 1, okay, this is a confession. My sister and I were both due a week apart. And we decided to drink castor oil. So how we found out about that was we walked to this little Greek market that I would go to almost every other day to get baklava because I craved it every day. You know what I mean? So we get there and there's this group of older ladies, little old ladies, and they look at both of us and they're like, you guys are about to have them babies. And they tell us that we need to drink castor oil. And we're like, what? Granted, my oldest is probably your age, and there wasn't internet or social media, so we had no idea about that. So we call our mother, and she's like, oh, yeah, I did that. We're like, what? What? And she's like, yeah, it works. If your body's ready, it works. So the ladies tell us to drink the bottle, doing it like we're partying at the bar, take a shot of Coke, take a shot of that, take a shot of Coke, which I'm just going to tell you is the most horrible experience of my entire life. It was like drinking straight up baby oil. Blah. If I pour oil into my water for pasta, I feel like vomiting because it reminds me of the toilet when I was having the castor oil coming up and out of me, out of every area. So we go to the pharmacy, we buy the castor oil, we go home, and around 3:00, maybe a little earlier, because she had to go pick up her daughters from school, we sit down, chug the castor oil, like both of us about to vomit. It was like 3:30, and my sister heads to go get her kids from school. This was her last baby. This was my first baby. And within an hour and a half, I am having explosive diarrhea. And by 6:00 in the evening, I'm like, I think this is the real deal. So I decide that I'm going to bake. Now, this will tie in with my distraction tips for you. So I start making homemade fried mushrooms, okay, fried stuffed mushrooms, and puff pastries with some kind of pudding in them, like dipped in chocolate. Needless to say, the puff pastries never got eaten, but I'm in there rocking back and forth, like having the contractions. My ex-husband comes home. He's like, what the hell is happening? I'm like, I'm cooking these. I'm going to cook these. So I'm cooking all of it, right? I take one bite of the mushroom and vomit everywhere. And so I want to say around 9, we head to the hospital, and I call my mom and I said, Mom, we're going to stay at your house till I'm, actually ready to go to the hospital, but I'm pretty sure I'm in labor. Now, you guys, I was in labor. So we get in the car. We have a 45-minute drive. The hospital's right by my mom's house. So the plan was go to mom's, labor for a while, then go to the hospital. Well, we stopped for gas, and I've got both feet on the dashboard. Now, don't ask me why, but I did. And I am wailing and breathing and using all the techniques, right? By the time we get to my mom's, I was like, just go to the hospital. I get to the hospital. I'm like 5 centimeters dilated. And this baby is coming. I had him at 1:30 a.m. So casserole works. That's that. But my big tip for you was not that. I don't know how I ended up telling you that whole story, but here are my distraction tips for early labor. Cook something. It's like it worked for me because I had to focus on that, and kneading dough, like all of that, perfect for distracting your hands, releasing tension. And then when we came home from the hospital, we had like these puff pastries, right, to eat. That's when I ate them. So cook something, have that ready to go. Like have your labor baking plan and process, all the ingredients, all of it ready. You could even cook something that would be healthy for labor, like some kind of like protein bars or like, something, whatever you want. But that's a perfect time to channel your inner Martha Stewart. The other thing would be like have a binge watching marathon, like have a show ready for your labor, one that like you're super excited to watch. And that will be your labor binge show, or maybe even a movie that you've been dying to see. Another thing would be to go for a walk, do some curb walking, do the miles circuit, whatever you can do. I know with Hunter, baby number 2, I used to go to Target because it was late. It was mid-August in Florida. It was hotter than hell. So everyone at Target knew me and was like, is it time? But just stay close to home or the hospital and make sure you have your phone handy and, just in case things speed up quickly, because they can. The other thing is you guys could play a game or, whatever, declutter a room. Like when I am a stress cleaner, so that works for me, organizing like a junk drawer, cleaning out your fridge. Nesting is a pregnancy superpower, so use it. Dancing is a hugely beneficial labor thing to do. So crank up your favorite playlist, get your hips going, have fun, laugh. It not only distracts you, but it also encourages that baby to get into optimal positioning, which, by the way, if you don't know, and I'll link in the show notes, we have a $7 handy pocket guide for positioning to get the baby in optimal positioning before labor starts and during labor. It's based on where the baby is in the pelvis. So the baby's still high up, we've got a page for you. If the baby is -2 to 3, we've got a page for you. If the baby is 0 to -1, we got a page for you. 0 to +1, we got a page for you. So it really helps. Okay, call a friend, talk to a friend, do something, pamper yourself, warm a bath, run a warm bath. With Grayson, I put twinkle lights in my bathroom and music on and had the most beautiful labor experience at home. But the big thing is I want you laboring at home as long as possible. So don't freak out. If you've joined one of our birth classes, add the labor bat signal. That is a one-on-one DM conversation with me and my doulas where we can help you stay home longer. It goes from 36 weeks to 8 weeks postpartum. It's only available to students. You have to join one of our signature birth classes so that you can add it on. Here's the thing about labor. It might tiptoe in or it might make a grand entrance, but either way, until you can't talk through the contractions, until you can't, ignore them, don't worry about it and don't start timing them. You will know. Labor will declare itself. So don't waste your energy or mindset on wondering. Just have fun. And I know, remember, my type A mamas, I know you guys need a little bit more, but that's okay. You don't have to be in control of everything. I'm type A. I know it. Okay, if you guys are interested in watching a free workshop that we have running, go to labornursemama.com/faster. And I'm going to break down the secrets that you need to know about your birth experience. Okay, you guys, have an amazing afternoon. As always, we will see you again next Friday. Bye for now. Hey mama, I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Birth Experience with Labor Nurse Mama. As always, please leave a review. Let us know what we're doing well and what you want to hear more of. And I will see you again next Friday. Bye for now.